Honey, honey, do you see him running? Even though it seems like
you look so good.
Thanks, Garrett. You're a cameraman. Are you getting curled up?
How are you?
Good.
You look so good.
How about this one? You know when they have to type their name in? Ah! I don't like them. But you might.
I am ready, dude.
Oh. Yeah. So my veil is my mom's, and then her veil is my mom's too. Because you know how they used to have that piece that came forward?
Yeah.
So my mom just cut it in half and re-sewed it.
Maddie, keep looking. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want another?
Yeah. Why did you say different? She looks different.
Different in a good way.
Who looks different? Me?
Yeah, I'd say
You look all dolled up.
Mom, you're photogrific.
Photogrific.
honey, honey, do you see him gunning? Aiming at her heart in case it makes a getaway. They say to stay together, they promise to forever. Even if forever never really.
I like that better. I like pinks more than purples, I think.
I think so too on you. I just feel like for a summer wedding too, pink's just a little bit softer.
Yeah.
No pictures.
Good, what's happening?
Is this the right place? Is this the right place?
You guys video?
Where are the boys? I thought they were gonna be here.
No, they're at Ricky Kathy's.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll see you guys.
We don't like the poster. Sorry, this is our the bottom.
I think, hey, is that type smile? Can you get in there and pretend? And Jude
Pretend they're what? Doing it up.
Yeah, keep doing
I love it.
There's a fist though?
He has no idea. Pretend it. That's what you like yourself.
So there's your baseball bro.
Okay, can you get the earrings and shoes?
The shoes are in front of the
And jewelry. Smile at each other. But while you're doing this.
Oh. You can and also You really got into it. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
At first you were sitting over there in my bed.
Dressed like a wizard.
Whoa. That would have been actually pretty fun. I'm gonna get her. Lauren, come put on my shoes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Can you push?
And it didn't go as planned.
You just gotta push it out. Or just, you just gotta
Okay, I'm gonna give her a second try.
Thank you.
The nails. That's not the best.
The nails went worse, aren't they?
The nails are the worst. And then where are your earrings? Anybody request? Beautiful. Aww.
What do you think?
Is that good? You can't get it in at all?
I'm struggling. It's really swivelly.
So turn your face towards this. Turn Brandon or Lee. Start getting it around. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I need. Hey, want my leg? Like layers. So when you're lying, you go to Sarah. You're a 10. I like it, right? You can like read it. Do you want like?
You can redo your
Thank you.
Thanks. You too.
Oh man, during the ceremony.
You guys look all.
Bring your heads close.
Not your. You ready? Done for the wedding? No. Sarah.
And
And I'm like, it's just happening for the first time. Oh, thank you. Good choice, Sarah.
What do you think? Lower or what?
Here's a picture.
Too high?
I don't want it tickling my
There,
chin.
pretty high. So I think that's where it's at. Where yours is good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You're good. Is that good?
Oh, he looks. Oh yeah, snazzy.
Perfect. Thanks.
Because I'm gonna run this
Okay.
to everyone else.
Rip one right now.
Double fist and I can't have anything make me more paranoid. Later. Part of the wedding video? Hi kids.
Look at this parallel park. Oh shit.
That's right. No, you know what?
100. Yeah, make it right. Make it perfect. I want this day to be special.
There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart. Our dreams, and they are made out of real things. Yep.
Thank you very much.
I'm Mander. I'm out.
Whoa, Benjamin!
You told me you were gonna shave.
Yeah, but Brandon.
Lord, did Brandon tell you not to?
All the boys have facial hair.
I see.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together.
How are you?
Good.
Good? You ready for the wedding?
Yes.
Yeah? You look the best here.
Yeah, it's always better when we're
So real quick, have we figured out if the wind does?
Oh, we can leave you last year. Was there?
Okay, so when it's mine and Sarah's time.
it's just my fun.
Oh yeah.
My dreams tonight. But I know that there's
Right now, this is joking. Let's get that on video.
Brandon, what do you got in this thing? Block of crayon?
Yeah, can I have a sip of that? Water.
What's up, Chief?
How are you keeping, Tuffy? Okay. Not too bad, not too bad.
over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you. I know I needed you, but I never showed. I wanna stay with you until we're grand old. Goodbye, nothing, my lucky star. Darling, your love is worth all its weight in gold. Just say you wanna go. Just say you wanna go. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go.
please.
And I found the love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Sweeter, just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Sarah and Brandon and their families, I would like to welcome everybody to witness this share of celebration, commitment, and love. This is actually an unbelievable day. It's a day where I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of tears. It may be from your officiant, but I assume the mothers will be as well. But to see Sarah and Brandon joining after 9 years together, seeing you here in this backyard, all of the work that the families have done to put today together, it's incredible. And so congratulations on this beautiful sunshine and a great start to the day. I'm going to begin by receiving affirmations from the family. So to the parents of the bride and groom, who give this man and woman to be married today? We do. And the affirmation of the guests, and I all need for you to say, I do, after this. To all of you here today, as witnesses of Sarah and Brandon's vows, will you voice your commitment to this marriage?
I do.
Everybody's good so far. Good. No stumbling blocks yet. I would like to begin with a reading from the book of Sirach. A loving partner is a safe shelter. Whoever finds one has a rare treasure. A loving partner is something beyond price. There is no measuring their worth. A loving partner is a life-saving remedy, and those who respect their Lord find true love. For as a person is, so is their loved ones. I would like to invite Carolyn and Doug Terry, the uncle and aunt of the groom, to come up to do a first.
It is never going to sleep angry. Sorry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world.
It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not with the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other.
It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit.
It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
From beginning to end, you've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will, those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things are more and are the real process of a wedding.
The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed, while I meant it every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
as you can see, today is truly a real family affair. And that's what we see when we invite all of the Colliers and Westaways together. It's just absolutely incredible to see so many friends and family here today. It is often said that love is that what makes the world go round. However, without a doubt, it is friendship which keeps our friend.
You're my best friend.
Today I give myself to you in marriage.
Today I give myself to you in marriage.
I promise to encourage and inspire you.
I promise to encourage and inspire you.
To laugh with you and to comfort you.
To laugh with you and to comfort you.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
To love you in good times and in bad.
I promise to cherish you.
I promise to cherish you.
And to always hold you in highest regard.
And to always hold you in highest regard.
These things I give to you today and all the days of our life.
These things I give to you today and all the days of our life.
Fantastic. Sarah? Ready? Brandon, I love you.
Oh, I love you.
He's used to
Jump
that.
the
He's used to that. It's all good. You are my best friend.
You are my best friend.
Today I give myself to you in marriage.
Today I give myself to you in marriage.
I promise to encourage you and inspire you.
I promise to encourage you and inspire you.
To laugh with you and to comfort you.
To laugh with you and comfort you.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
I promise to cherish you.
I promise to cherish you.
And to always hold you in highest regard.
And to always hold you in highest regard.
These things I give to you today and all the days of our life.
These things I give to you today and all the days of our life.
I'm now going to invite Noah. Noah, can you come forward? Come with me. Come with me.
Just going around.
Oh, awesome.
Hey.
You guys are. Let me get this. These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. It has no meaning or beginning and no end. These rings mark the beginning of your journey together. Wear them proudly, for they are the symbols which speak of your love that you have for each other. Sarah, this is for, I'm going to give Sarah's first for you to give to Sarah. Okay, there we go. Repeat after me. Sarah?
Sarah?
Take this ring as a sign of my love and commitment.
Take this ring as a sign of our love and commitment.
To our love, and to share this joy with me today and every day forward.
And to share this, one more time.
And to share this joy with me today.
And to share this joy with me today.
And every day forward.
And every day forward.
Yep, push.
It's okay. Perfect. That's perfect. Ready? Yes. And repeat after me. Brandon.
Brandon.
Take this ring as a sign of my faith.
Take this ring as a sign of my faith.
And a commitment to our love.
And a commitment to our love.
And share this joy with me today.
And share this joy with me today.
And every day forward.
And every day forward.
Don't be shy. Yeah.
Are you sure this is right?
It's okay if it's not perfect.
Never
It's
coming
okay.
off.
This is such a Sarah and Brandon moment. I'm glad that everybody gets to experience it. Sarah and Brandon have made their vows to each other in our presence. They have confirmed their promise by joining their hands in exchange of rings. Therefore, by the authority given to me by the province of Ontario, I pronounce that they are now husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. All together, we're going to do this together. So please, as Sarah and Brandon are tying theirs amongst one another, please tie these around your partner, around your friend, around your sister, your brother, anyone sitting beside you. Do 1 to 2 simple twists around your wrist and 1 single knot to tie these together.
We're on the
On your left side. Let's go.
That's awesome. So you're going to wear this forever now?
It's never coming off.
It's like a ring to you.
Okay. Okay. We're now going to sign, or we're now going to do the unity candle. We've had both the Collier families and Westaway families.
You know I fall apart without you. I don't know why you do what you do. Everything this green girl it needs you. Wanna wrap you up. Oh, that I You get that all the time. When I wrap you in a kiss, no lips, I wanna make you feel wanted. I wanna call you mine.
Tarzi.
This
is karma.
You're all I ever finally got it all right.
And I need anyone, the family, if you could all go to the front of the house, that'd be fantastic.
We grab our chairs
We're officially.
Wow, that was a beautiful series.
Where am I?
Grandma and Grandpa now. Lauren, can you go get Grandma and Grandpa right now, though?
Harold, can I stand on your shoulders?
You can walk on my shoulders.
Hey.
You're gonna be in this one in a second.
Okay, we're out. Oh no, I know.
You're in.
You're in. You're in. You're in.
Oh, I'm in?
Yeah.
I got
What?
Okay, I want to roll that off my wrist.
That wasn't that bad, eh?
Okay, don't worry.
Oh, no. Sarah's been calm all morning. You know, just having fun with you guys.
Ready? Good job. Okay, and then we're just going to, so if you turn, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hey, that'll hide it.
And then we're going to, Brandon's going to come right here.
You might hit me.
I won't hit you.
And then back up the teeniest, tiniest. Got us. That's the one. That's the one.
Good job, Harold. Don't get all handsy with me, though.
So just, yeah, put your glasses.
I won't
Get
even.
that on camera.
There we go. You're looking for Ben?
Hold this, you guys. And where are your parents? I need them.
Good.
Mom, Dad, stay here.
Okay. So you guys stay, and then
Right, big boys right here. The boys.
you guys are pretty close to best friends, aren't you? Daddy. Ben, look. I mean, no, look at me. Yeah, I did. We're done. What is your natural haircut? Are you natural blonde? Yeah.
I played for the Tomcats this summer.
Oh, were they pretty good?
We were all right. Not as good as my other years with them, but it was a fun team to be around. Cheers! I'll pour a shot into your drink.
G-Man!
Cheese!
Peace!
Yeah, that fits like that, yeah.
Well, some of the rivers we've run Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Heather and I are at the same table, and yeah.
We got, you know,
For my mom's
The car for quite a while.
So, and then you see the little flowers on there.
Yep.
almost two.
Right, there wasn't something added on that. There could have been a term associated.
Yo, what's up? This is Matt. We're here on some Union Road. Can tell you where it is. This is Christian. Flamingos. Fun fact: more plastic flamingos than real flamingos in life. Just waiting for food right now. Pretty pumped for it. Great wedding ceremony.
Oh, look at you, spike in the face. You look so good.
Wow, you got 2 of those? How do you get 2 of those?
Hey?
That happened.
And Noah, our man Noah.
Did Noah give you some of his lipstick? That was nice you shared your lipstick with your sister.
Doesn't he look good?
Bow tie.
And he thought his shoes looked silly, but they look awesome.
They look like all the boys, all the grown boys.
You think your shoes look silly?
Go do this. Do a foot thing. Do a foot thing.
Look at that. Look balling.
Oh, ballin', man. Yeah.
Hey, one day your feet will be a size 5.
Oh, thanks. Maybe. Who knows? Hey, I thought you were on Team Boys. You're on the boys team, aren't you?
I'm on the golf.
Well, this is... What? You don't even know her. I'm your uncle. You're supposed to be on my team.
No.
Why not?
You know her.
What?
I am your aunt.
She was struggling.
all day.
I'm
Oh,
not
she's got it together now.
She's like me.
Hey, Sarah, you know
Yo!
Yeah, Mike.
Nick, I have one thing I have to say to you.
This kid's gonna get me confused.
Is my ass out?
He kind of looks like Greg, but I think you're a lot cuter. Anyways, we're going to get started here, and we've got our first introduction. We are going to go with the wedding party. So, ladies and gentlemen, first people, Claire Hinatsu and Nick Iwana.
Come on, girl. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Maureen Mommersteg and Mike Morrison.
You should be running me. You should be running me. You're in that fantasy. You're in that fantasy. But you want so carefully. That's not a danger for me.
One more.
Next on the docket is Jenna Hay and Ben Westaway.
Hey guys, where's Ben? Where is Ben? Next we have Carly Sidmore and Brett Carr.
Next, we've got Megan Craven and Connor McClellan.
See you
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tara, Collier, and Cole.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Adam Strong and Bob
Next up, Lauren Westaway, James Herron, and the adorable Noah and Natty.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like you to stand, grab your napkin please at your table. And I'd like to introduce at this time Mr. and Mrs. Brandon and Sarah Collier.
So serious, go out and speak. Let's start living
What a fabulous wedding party. Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you know, at some weddings there are traditions. It can be based upon your culture, your religion. It could be even just a family tradition. So at this time, we would like to have Susan and Kathy Collier please to come forward to make a presentation.
So my name is Susan. Am I a little bit loud? So I'm Brandon's aunt, and now I guess Sarah's aunt too. So I was asked to bring a little bit of Newfoundland and Labrador to Ontario to this wedding. So I have never done this before, so please have a little patience. So I'm going to screech in Brandon and Sarah. So I don't know if anyone here has ever been to Newfoundland and Labrador and been screeched in. There you go. So it's just a fun way of making mainlanders feel welcome when they come to the island. All fun, no pressure. Except for me here. So I'm going to get Sarah and Brandon to come up here. And So the first part of the ceremony is the kissing of the cod.
There you go.
So just a little bit of history of the kissing of the cod. It comes from many years ago when there were lots and lots of codfish in the waters around Newfoundland and Labrador. And the fishermen used to catch a fish and they would salt it and cure it, and they would trade it all over the world for different products. So they were so thankful that they had this bounty of fish that they would kiss the cod. They were so thankful for it. So, but I didn't bring a real cod. Sorry.
Easy.
Settle down. Okay, so I'm going to get Kathy, my helper, to get Sarah and Brandon to kiss the cod. Or pretend it's a cod.
Jealous. Oh, nasty.
So the next part of the ceremony is that they have to drink a shot of screech. Screech is a really bitter rum that comes from Jamaica. Many years ago, the fishermen used to have fish in their boats. They would travel to Jamaica, come back with a boatload of black rum. So this is where this originated, this screech. Not sure why they call it screech. I assume it's because it's pretty nasty. Okay, so we're going to get Sarah and Brandon to drink their shots. Okay, and the next part of the ceremony is that they have to say a Newfoundland quote. So, as some of you know, we talk a little fast at times. But it's not that we talk fast, I think it's because the mainlanders are a little bit slow. That is what I'm thinking, but I'm all surrounded here by mainlanders, so I better not say it anymore. Yeah, be careful. So, if you come to Newfoundland, somebody might ask you, are you a screecher? And you're going to say, yes he is, me old cock, and long may your big jib drop.
That was pretty straightforward, wasn't it?
All right. So are you screechers?
Yes, me is, old cock. Lime, drop 'em.
Certificates here which certify that Brandon and Sarah are now officially Newfoundland, honorary Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. So if everybody wanted to look in front of their plates, there's a shot of screech. Everybody's going to stand and make a toast to our new honorary Newfoundlanders and Labradorians.
Once in a lifetime.
Italians have their best man do a small shot with people as they enter the banquet hall. What do you think about it?
Are you talking about kissing a fish, Mommer?
Absolutely. Didn't you see it?
That was memories of a prom night gone horribly wrong for me. I don't like you to talk about it. That's kind of insensitive, Richard.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll move on then. Bride and groom, as typical traditions in the past, many people would tinkle their wine glasses to get the bride and groom to show their love for each other by kissing. So please, at this time, sitting down, can you just grab your fork and spoon and carefully start tinkling your glasses now?
Make out with her!
I could listen to that all night.
Well, that's the last of it, Larry. evening, Larry and I will have multiple questions during dinner about Brandon and Sarah. Some will be very easy and others might be a challenge. If we call your table, you have about 20 seconds to get your answer. If you are from another table, please try not to give the answer away. You are to have one spokesperson for your table and you can give your answer for the table. If you are correct, they will show their love for each other, and whoever takes the glass, you'll have to kiss the fish. At this time, we would like to have Sarah and her nephew Noah come forward, please, to lead us in grace. Sarah, you can do it real quick.
The Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, like sun and the rain and the apple tree. The Lord is good to me. Good opposite. Amen. Sarah. Okay, I'll say, sure. Okay. Close to your okay.
You got it, buddy.
You know I don't speak Latin. What is this?
How many?
Was that Noah finishing off Grace there or Greg Westaway? Because it kind of took about the same time as Greg takes So, now we're going to talk about our dinner order, and it's going to be a buffet style. Of course, our head table is going first, and I think they might need to put some food in their belly when they came in. It is going to be table 1 and 7. 2 and 8, 3 and 9.
You're still
so if I had to take a number, drink more.
We're still lost. After I eat. We gotta get up. We gotta get up. You make it serious, right? Hey, this is meant to be the I'm not saying it. Listen though. There's sometimes it's okay, but why is it easier?
Maybe not for maybe just this one. So on a vegan pick? Well, I don't think we're gonna do 2 different meats. That's on it. Thank you very much. 4 plates? Yep. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
We are table number 60. We're
I would love some. That's a garden? I would like a garden. Wow. It's great.
Thank you.
She's not very coordinated. I just You can't get rid of me now. And I'll need you for some digging.
No, you're always courtesy in my house.
I went to school. It feels like a week or 2 ago.
I'll just have a little. Thank you. Awesome. Get me.
Yes, they're glorious. They're velvet. That's so plush. You are a rock star.
He loves it.
Go. Yeah, buddy. You want to see it?
I had 2 buttons on driving cars.
So, look back. Yeah. That looks so nice. Yeah, do that.
It seems like a lot of hi.
I know it feels weird, but it looks cute. I promise. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, we are after everyone else.
Hand back further. You're like so close to freedom. No, be free.
You tapped out.
No, you're free.
That was good.
I was like, oh, look at that. Just don't break them. Look what I saw.
Is she spinning with yo-yo? That's right.
Yo-yo.
tough time falling asleep at night.
Oh, one or two.
So one reads a novel to the other so they can fall asleep a little quicker. Is it Brandon reads to Sarah or Sarah reads to Brandon? Sarah reads to Brandon, is that correct?
Let's see a smoochie.
Go ahead, Larry, you're up, buddy.
So it really identifies how important Brandon and Sarah are to people who have traveled long distances to be here. If I call your location, can you please give us a wave so we know who you are? These are people who have traveled from many distances in Ontario as well.
Union!
Somebody came from Sparta too. Bravo, Sparta. Paynes Mills. Okay, let's talk about people that actually travel. And first of all, we have Northville, Michigan. Give it up for Northville. Oh, near and dear to our hearts in the golfing community of Ball State, we have had people traveling from Indiana. Loving Indiana. Oh my golly. I believe this guy came by canoe and he portaged most of the way. Give it up for Winnipeg, Manitoba. Near and dear to Rick's heart is the greatest province in Canada, according to Rick. Give it up for Newfoundland. My French isn't very good. They're from Petty Harbor and Port aux Basquois. I don't know why I said that in Mexican. We also have people from British Columbia. Prince George, Vancouver, and Galliano. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Because we're going out of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to people who came from Iraq. Oh, Brando forgot to send out those invitations. How about France? Oh, bravo, France! Oui, oui! Here, hey, give it up for the country that never takes a stand, Switzerland! Lots of money, no world wars. And finally, oh, this is my favorite guest of all time. And I got a story later about how she arrived here. Give it up for Mama State, who came all the way from Australia. Put another shrimp on the barbie, mate.
Where's table 21? 21, put your hands up. Give us a little cheer. 21. All right, table 21. This is ironic because I'm sure today was a little bit late, but we can't use that as an excuse. What is Brandon's pet peeve about Sarah? Can't use tardiness. Cannot use tardiness.
Which one do you want?
Is it? She always leaves her clothes all over the place in the house. 2, she never ever washes her vehicle or cleans it. Or number 3, when she does dishes, she will take the sponge and she will just leave it on the counter, always wet. Number 3, take the sponge. Number 3, take the sponge.
Brandon does dishes.
I'm sorry, that's not pet peeve. No.
Mama, we went away from script there.
Not really. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. I've got one more, and this is going to table 1 because I want parents to be able to answer this. Where's table 1?
Right here.
Table 1. Here's your question. And it's really interesting. Be besides in bed, what is the most exciting place Sarah and Brandon have ever been?
Third base.
Is it in Union?
Yeah, buddy.
Of course. Is it in St. Thomas?
Oh, it's St. Thomas.
Or is it deep diving in the ocean looking for turtles and whatever else it could be? Valley. Is Valley your best place you've ever? Valley it is. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into dealing with the wedding party, Brandon and Sarah will certainly thank many people during their speech, but Larry and I would like to send forward their thanks to you, to the following people who have had an instrumental influence in making today a beautiful day. So first of all, when you take a look at these beautiful cupcakes, are they good? Brooke Howard, great job. Fantastic.
Delunculus.
Brandon and Sarah would like to thank the ladies who set up the vases today with the flowers. Thank you for creating the beautiful centerpieces. The design crew who made all the beautiful signs and guest book, Nikki and Lindsay, thank you so much. Sarah's cousin Garrett for videoing this perfect day.
Bravo, Garrett.
The photographer Jen Eggleston and Melissa for capturing the perfect day. Larry, how do you really introduce the next guy, the amazing who?
DJ Zach.
Of course, to Anita and her crew for making sure that everything was perfect. You made our day run so smoothly. I can't thank you enough, Anita and crew. Thanks so much, wherever Anita is right now. Chef Wade and his catering crew for the delicious appetizers and main course.
Yummy.
The spectacular parking crew of Cody Howard and the Facebook world from Cody Walter and Christian Vecchio. Well done, guys. The ladies who helped last night at the reception, thank you very much for everything you did to help out in the reception. I can't believe Sarah and Brandon put this on, but why not? The cleaning crew of Linda and Greg.
Who's seen who? That's Greg.
Okay. Oh, and of course, Ann Howard. She's retired and is wonderful dishwasher if anyone is looking for a new hire later on.
Bit of an attitude, though. Bit of an attitude.
And of course, most importantly, as they probably do later, a special thanks to everyone for being part of this perfect day. Thank you. Claire Hinasso, stand up and give a wave, Claire. We are now going to narrate a few important points that Brandon and Sarah feel about their wedding party. So give you some information. Claire is a local hobbit. If you need it, she's got it. Often can be found keeping Brandon in line. May be described as a stubborn, miniature, somewhat pony, but that's a good characteristic to have. Let's be realistic here. She's on call later on with a defibrillator when Brandon goes to say his speech because you'll probably have a heart attack. But honestly, the most dedicated and thoughtful friend anyone could have, and an amazing baker who has won all our stomachs with her cookies, banana bread, and other delicious treats.
I would like to have Maureen Mama Stay. Please stand up. Some important points about Mo, as we like to call her. She has her mother's good looks and her father's athletic ability.
Okay.
Thank you, God. Oh, Laura, you're a good athlete, too. You know, Mo is a beautiful young lady, but there's something that happens to Mo when she plays sports. A switch gets flipped, and I had a friend who played broomball against her, and she said Mo was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on the ice. Great girl, something wrong with her. Thirdly, you always know you're going to have a good time when you're with Mo. We've already witnessed that tonight. She is the life of the party. And finally, thanks for getting here, Mo. Mo, next time, 3 words. Confirm your flight. Mommer, why are you wearing sunglasses?
Well, Larry, it's now Jenna Haig. I was told by Sarah that she's the best tanned friend she has in the world. You can always spot her at beaches in the Toronto area, and she never uses sunscreen. Look at that beautiful tan on Jenna. Jenna likes to be referred to as Cecil or Mufasa based upon her unique tattoo. She is a carbs lover, and she used to eat an entire bowl of instant potatoes every night for dinner. Jenna is an intense person who takes things to the next level, whether it's how she used to consume vodka by chugging it, thinking it's a water bottle, or how she made records upon records at Ball State as a fantastic golfer. Jenna Haig, everybody!
Give it up for Collier Sidmore. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get mushy here. We need to give Carly a big round of applause. Congratulations, as she just had baby boy Cody. Okay, the warm and fuzzy part of the speech is over. It's not confirmed, but it is a rumor that she is the only mother who probably drinks her own breast milk. Disturbing! Fun fact about Carly, she eats bacon at an amazing rate. Recent studies show Carly should have died 9 years ago. Oops! Oh boy! Easy with the bacon, kid. In all seriousness, Carly is a great friend who is always available to help. I hope I brought it back with that nice kind thought of me. Richard?
Next up, Megan Craven. Stand up, Megan. Megan is a good friend of Sarah's from Ball State. She actually increased her friend count to 3 when she met Sarah. She's a supportive and non-judgmental person, even when teammates Autumn and Sarah are getting a little rowdy at the bar. She's a solid golfer who rarely hits a green, but for some reason always comes out with a par. You are always a friend of Sarah's when you try to brush her hair and you snap the brush in half because it's just a tangled web of cobwebs. A caregiver who wants the best for you. Thanks for coming. Well done, Megan Craven.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give Tara Collier a great big round of applause. Tara's known as the squirrel of the Collier family. She has so many thoughts going through her head, she is probably sending texts to Mike right now about wedding plans. They are getting married in 3 weeks.
Run, Mike.
If anyone is going on vacation, get this responsible person to look after your house. She is sure to drink your wine, eat your ice cream, burn your grass, kill your plants, and best of all, forget to take your garbage out. She is a true friend. In all seriousness, Tara is a sweetheart. She is a supportive and fun sister who loves being adventurous and is up for anything, especially if it includes working out or having a drink. Mike, you are a lucky man.
Autumn Strong. Autumn Strong. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Megan or is that Autumn? They're like twins, for goodness sakes. When they stand up, you don't know who is who. Autumn is not only a teammate of Sarah's from Ball State, but she was also one of her coaches. Sarah does state she loved her a lot more as a player than a coach. She is now trying to become a long-distance runner. Is that true, Autumn? But her problem is, after about a mile, she starts to cramp up. Sarah suggests cycling instead. She can also be known as a dermatologist, as she is able to determine under-the-skin zits for Sarah, even though she may look like it's a bruise from somebody who hit her. A good inside joke that we don't want to get in depth on. Autumn Strong, ladies and gentlemen. Autumn Strong.
And ladies, finally for our ladies, Lauren Westaway, please stand up. See love from the crowd. You know, Lauren has a lot of things going for her. Number one, I'm her uncle. Number two, she is a great elementary teacher. Number three, she is a caring person who is dedicated to her family and friends. And I also heard she teaches new Jeep owners how to wave high. Read between the lines, people.
Larry, I believe that Lauren also
Richard, where'd you go?
Way over here, Larry. Oh my God. Lauren Westaway, where are you? Did you not water ski one time? If you've ever had the opportunity to watch Lauren water ski, she not only holds the rope when she's on top of the water, Lauren likes to hold the rope when she's under the water as well.
Well, Richard, Westaway's never give up.
Nick Iwanek, stand up.
Oh, yes, Nick.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah was really nice to her girlfriends, really nice. But Brando, he went a little extra distance. Now, listen, I had an opportunity to talk with Nick's mom today, and I said, oh, we got some good dirt on him. She said, he's been the best kid ever. Ever. Well,
It doesn't make any sense.
well, a little information about Nick. Nick is a world traveler and an inspiring musician, but lives with mom at home. Thus, if that's the case, he still loves craft dinner. You can book him for a quarter, but we are sure he would do it for even less later tonight. He is a talented and smart man with a sense of adventure. Even though he has traveled throughout the world, he always makes an effort to stay in touch. Such a sensitive guy. We are sure he likes long walks on the beach, only by himself. Nick, you want it, everybody?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce Mr. Mike Morrison. Why did Mike sit down so quickly? Let me see. Mike is kind, caring, friendly. He loves pets. He actually had a pet raccoon. Come on, people. Look at that delicious beard. Mike Morrison is the Messiah. I don't want to belabor this point, but he's also known as the chosen one by the Colliers. Hey, Mike, put a good word in for me with your dad. I think I'm going to need it.
Ben Westaway, you're next up, Ben Westaway. We were just happy Ben is still here. No, Ben has a lot of things he's got to do. Sometimes he just leaves just unannounced.
Hey, Richard, in his defense, he was finishing off the deck.
That's correct. He's been doing everything.
It looks beautiful.
No, that was me.
Sorry, RP.
He learned everything he knows from his education at Lakehead and from his dad. Who on earth would ever tell you to go to Lakehead, Lauren? Recently discovered he has only one side of his hair receding. Anybody notice that? If you want to take a look, it's on the left-hand side.
Girls, if you want to slow dance with them, get real close.
And remember, all pictures are only from the right for Ben. Ben's a framer, but still struggles to swing a hammer. Just look at his fingers. But no concussions, right, Greg Westaway? Greg's only had 9 concussions, so you're doing really well, Ben. Here is a great line from Brando. He is a caring person and dedicated family member.
Touching.
Soft to the heart. But all in reality, his nephew Noah idolizes Ben, and it's extremely endearing to see the relation between the two of them.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Mr. Brett Carr. You know, apparently, Carzy is a real romantic. Brett first told Brandon and Sarah he fell in love with his wife because she smelled like diesel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Elgin County. Oh, I have a fun fact about Carzy. Brett likes to snowmobile naked. Darn frostbite strikes in the worst areas. Oops, oh boy. But in all seriousness, Carzy is a person with a heart of gold who literally would give you the shirt off his back if he's wearing one. As my grade 5 students would say, Carzy, you're supposed to tease me a bit. Carzy, your chest hair is delicious. Oh my God! Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Connor McMillan. Please do not mess with this Gord Miller lookalike. For those who don't know the TSN, Gord Miller on television. Now you take a look at this guy, you think this is a gentle kind of guy. When really he spends 40 hours a week building death machines for the Saudis. Yeah. Put your hand up here if you're a real dog lover. Hands up, dog lovers. Okay, put your hand up if you took the day off because it was your dog's birthday. Yes, Connor McClellan loves his dog. Let it be noted, this guy is a very smart and kind man who helped Brandon graduate high school. So Brandon would like to thank you for French, English, math, science, phys ed, sewing class, and food.
Thanks, Connor. We wouldn't be here if you didn't do that for Brando. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Cole Volkart. Brandon would like to thank Cole for being tardy. It only took Cole 20 years to propose to his fiancée. Brandon would like to thank Cole for delaying his proposal longer than his. Cole is a very kind person who is always up for a good time. He is a jack of all trades, especially with the chainsaw. Thanks, Cole, for opening up that backyard. He is an easygoing guy who enjoys the simple things in life. The key word is simple.
Well done, Cole. Bob RP! What's amazing is I got about 5 little comments from Brando about his wedding party.
Bobber, hold on. Bob, stand up. No, Bob, stand up. There we go.
All right. Oh!
Lay down.
Great call, Greg. But anyways, RP, I got just a couple comments from all the other guys, and Brando gave me a novel on you, so I had to cut it down. So this is what we know about Bob. He's a jack of all trades. If you want a raccoon wrangled, he can do it. You want a house sold? Possible. You want a caricature board built? He can do it. You want a body dug up? I really didn't want to know what the heck that was about. He's done it. You want to tour up a volcano? You want a chicken deep fried? A new pair of sneakers from Sportsmart? What is that? A fresh brew of dark roast coffee? Those pesky mosquitoes bothering you? Say again, Brett?
The perk.
The perk. Yes, this is your man. This guy can do it all. But let it be noted, Bob has held more jobs than every other groomsman put together here at the table. And I mean held loosely. He is a very diversified man, but holds a job only for a short period of time. In all reality, he still needs Brandon's mom, Kathy, as a reference 15 years after his first job. Bob is a fun, outgoing person who has an amazing sense of humor. Just ask Sarah's dad, Greg Westaway. Greg steals all of Bob's material for comedy hours. A great example is during comedy night for Brandon and Sarah at the Stag and Dog. We could repeat one, but nobody here would laugh. Let us be honest, Bob is many times the life of the party.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for James Heron. Ladies and gentlemen, James is a crucial member of the Central Elgin workforce. You know what? I hate to brag for James, but I have to let you guys know about this. James was recently awarded as one of the top 100 hardest workers for Central Elgin. Newsflash. That's amazing, but let's consider there's only 105 workers. And 5 people are currently on leave? Way to reach for the middle, James. James, like all of Brandon and Sarah's friends, would do anything for them. You two are very blessed.
That was very nice.
Oh, that was, you know what? Larry, that was a really good way to finish it. There's a lot of ahs.
So where are we, Richard?
Well, we are at Lauren and Ben Westaway.
Yes. So let's give the wedding party one final great big round of applause. And we'll call up 2 of my charities.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming tonight. I think it's beautiful. Honestly, the men could have dressed up a little bit better. The women are doing it a little bit better than that.
Hi everyone, my name is My name is what? There you go. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Lauren and I'm Sarah's sister.
Woo! You're hot!
but as many of you may know, I am recently divorced and spend most of my time trying to coax my dog into cute outfits and browsing Facebook. So I will leave that part out.
When I was starting to think about this speech, I was really nervous. I even contemplated asking Brandon and Kathy if I could roll in Toastmasters to practice my skills, but I discovered that the Collier family had already filled out the entire room.
Sarah and Brandon, all joking aside, it is an absolute pleasure to be part of your wedding.
I have to say how about absolutely stunning Sarah looks today. Collier.
That's a rocket. No doubt, no doubt. Your sister. It's your sister. Okay.
Brandon is one lucky man.
I don't think I surprise anyone when I say that I love my sister. She is worthy of all the love in the world, and I am beyond thrilled that she has found that in Brandon. They are so like each other and so perfectly matched. I know that Brandon will take care of her, and in return she will take care of him. Sarah, there is no better friend than you and no better sister than you. I would like to thank all the wedding party for helping make this day so special. Bridesmaid, you look absolutely beautiful, and groomsmen, you clean up well.
A big shout out has to go out to Greg and Linda. Thank you very much. You guys have made the property look good.
I'd also like to thank the Collier family and everyone who's helped in the lead up to the wedding. In whatever way possible, big or small, you've all played your part to make the day special.
Brandon and Sarah started dating about 9 years ago, where their relationship flourished when Brandon was attending Lake Laurentian University in Sudbury, where Sarah also went to Indiana. She went to Ball State. Brandon spent a significant time driving down to Indiana, where we also learned that Brandon has a very small bladder, which can't keep up to Greg's whiskeys.
Very small penis.
Connor's embarrassed. Mom!
That's my son! Brandon, I want you to know that we love you and are really excited for you to be part of our family. And as Maddie and Noah would say, you're now officially my uncle. As stated from Corinthians 13:7, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, love never fails. Sarah, my wish for you is that you and Brandon fall in love over and over again.
Could we all now stand and could we please raise our glasses while we give a little toast to Brandon and Sarah?
I'm gonna stand up instead. I swear.
Sarah and Brandon, take each day and cherish your time together. Love one another and stand together.
Take time to talk to one another. Put your love and your family first. Your job and your hobby second. To love, to laughter, and to happy ever after.
Cheers!
Ben, you didn't write that. Cheers, guys. Here's a bottle of comfort food.
Alright. I'm gonna try to keep this short, unlike Greg's comedy premiere. Just want to start with how great everything turned out today, as well as how amazing it looks. Everybody worked really hard coming up with today, and it all ended up beautiful. Would also like to thank Brandon and Sarah for making us all look like studs. I know that's not an easy task, and we appreciate it.
Really, Connor?
For those of you that don't know me, my name is James Herron. I'm Brandon's weekend wife. I had the privilege of growing up as Sarah's neighbor and friend from just down the street, and then meeting Brandon in grade 9 at Parkside. This guy had an afro and a mean mustache. Right away, Collier was very welcoming to me as I joined the group of friends we referred to as the Hood. This is where we found out that we could get the partying phase over with at a young age and put that all behind us. I was very appreciative of this opportunity. Brandon and I played many sports together over the years. We were able to do fairly well as teammates. Not great, but where I found we executed the best was with writing the next day off. We've cleaned it up a lot since those days, which I've been told is a very good thing. As we all know, Sarah and Brandon both work really hard in building their careers and empires. We also know that they love pushing themselves and competing, as the only fight I've ever witnessed these two have is over a ping pong match. One of their main passions they share is picking up heavy things. I've never understood it. I've gone with them to their gym a couple times as they tried to get me to do overhead lunge thruster snatches, then finish with 100 burpees and a 3-hour wall sit. I'm now very creative and coming up with better shit to do. Sarah attempted to get me into shape once another time. We went for a light 10K run. I met her back at her parents' place after walking most of it, and never joined her ever again. These two really have a lot going for themselves. Brandon is now taking over the reins on building super affordable, long-lasting, quality, energy-efficient, fully customizable family homes. With many lots available and ravine options in the new phases coming in the future. He told me to put that in there somewhere. I figured it out. Sarah has been coaching everything imaginable and working her way up as a teacher. Sarah, I can honestly say it'd be amazing if you ended up teaching my future children. Okay. Back to the roast. Their parents have a lot to do with the people they are today. They taught them a multitude of skills, personality traits, and not to mention, gave them endless amounts of connections. They each inherited a lot of their parents' best qualities. Kathy and Linda's organizational and social skills. Rick's hard work ethic. And of course, Greg's ability to handle his liquor. As a couple, you were able to work together and bring out new and better qualities. We've slowly started noticing Sarah only being 30 minutes late for everything, which is a large improvement thanks to Brandon. And because of this, Brandon has become much more patient. Sarah has also managed to bring out softer side of Collier as he now has emotions and feelings. But he has somehow found a lower pain tolerance. Trying to come up with this speech, like I'm not great at this. It's surprisingly not the easiest to come up with things to chirp Brandon about. He's not. You're a great guy. We all know that. However, we gotta bring him down to our level. So I've come up with a list of improvements he can come up with. All right? Shaming us about eating desserts and then eating them yourself. Leaving Sarah's car in Union in the worst spot for about a week. Hiding your disappointment. Not changing out the toilet paper roll when it's finished. Your dainty little shoulder. Mike. Your ability to find a stud in a finished wall. I was really stoned down. The capacity of your bladder. Coping with an empty stomach. Keeping your garage clean. That I think has something to do with Sarah. Yeah. And I was told to say, I won't say who from. Joe. Being nicer. share something that I fucking love. The chirps. If I have an off night, taking it easy on our buddy here, Connor. You're right there coming off the bench to make it happen. Collier, how long do you need right now? It's dark. We mean well. Easy. With all of us here, we'd help. Alright, this is where I start to sound a little soft. You two being together has been the most stable thing in all of our lives in a very long time. You're always there for advice, a nice meal, a hard workout, a good laugh, and you're always there to spend one up. I noticed that you've never taken each other for granted, and even with how busy you both are, you never forget to make time for each other. You two mean a lot to all of us, and I can't think of a better couple. I'm excited to see what kind of super athletes you guys can produce and raise some real quality children. I'm honored to stand up here for you today. If everyone could raise their glasses, bottles, to the newlyweds. I love you guys. Have you ever been beat up at your own wedding? Cheers, guys.
Okay, it looks tough acts to follow. I thought I had a screecher shot earlier. Okay, so I'm going to start out just with a few inside jokes to Sarah only. So I'm Sarah's college teammate, so this will be kind of just directly to her for a little bit. My name is Bone Crusher. I peaked when I was 12. We had a pet cricket who lived under a cup. AK-47 up your beat. Porcelain trash bin. Potholes. Chuck holes. Asphalt versus asphalt.
Asphalt.
Mow it. Praying on the way to workout. Mitch. 2 heads are better than 1 to drive. Your long toe. Snotty tissues. Bathing suit showers. Environmentally friendly, conserving water. Jack's Pizza. Frozen biscuits. Vomit hair canoe trip. Titty twister. Eating oats off the ground. Halloween grapes. Brandon smashed all of his jumping on them. Harry Potter naps. Critter. Pink panty dropper. Pull-ups for alcohol. Bad tacos. Chirp, chirp. All stories I wish I could elaborate on, but just don't have time. So Sarah and I met when I was a first year at Ball State University. She came for her visit. I was the only freshman, so to get a taste of dorm life, Sarah stayed with me for a weekend. We had a ton of fun and ate so many pistachio nuts that we constipated for days. And from that moment on, I knew we were only going to survive university if we had each other. The next year, Sarah came to school and we became best friends. We learned how to cook, do laundry, and look after pets. You see, Megan came in the same year as Sarah, and she became our mom away from home. We asked her why it was taking 3 hours for our clothes to dry, and she asked if we had removed our lint. We looked at each other and asked, what lint? Megan then proceeded to show us where the lint was stored and pulled out a 2-foot-long, 4-inch piece of lint that perfectly displayed every layer of laundry we had done in dark, light, and delicate loads. We kept our new furry friend for quite some time as a pet, and a reminder of how we almost started a fire to the apartment. But thanks to Mom, we were becoming domestic. So Sarah came to college dating Brandon, and they were rock solid. I, on the other hand, took some time to find one. Once I figured out laundry, I knew I was ready. Brandon was apparently already accepting of Sarah's shortcomings. But when I did find the right one and Brandon came to visit, us four had great times. Brandon and Todd could cover all topics in the deepest depths: religion, science, politics. I had no idea until being friends with a Canadian that Canadians were so intrigued by our politics. I mean, I get it right now, Trump, but this was Obama. This was even before we started making America great again. I knew Brandon was the one for her when he came to visit one time, and I don't know what image all of you have of Sarah, but I am definitely giving you the college image. Sarah probably hadn't showered in days. She looked like a total grease ball. She had recently chipped her front tooth, and her allergies were in rare form. She had a cold sore on her lip the size of Africa, and a Band-Aid on it because of the oozing and tissue sticking out her nose, because she was tired of blowing it. And she never had matching socks, and if you know Sarah, she has that one toe and it always sticks out of the sock. And it was just pointing right at the door. And Brandon walked in, happy to see her. I was like, God bless you, Brandon. Someone has arrived to take over for a couple days. But after making fun of her appearance for a bit, he was content with who she was and happy to be with the hot mess. Despite the hot mess that she was, Sarah is the best. She is the friend that holds your hair back when you have the flu, and for some reason that came a lot of weekends. She lets you boss her around into her hair and makeup and pick out her clothes. She's the person that knows zero lyrics to any song and refers to Canada being south of the States, and always asks you when you're going to come down to visit next. She spreads herself thin, holding down 8 jobs and exercising 5 different ways a day, but somehow she is and always is absolutely there. She was there a time in college where I didn't know my future and my dad had just passed away unexpectedly, and one of the only reasons I made it through was Sarah. Sure, I had Todd and my mom and family and teammates, but the person who saw me day in and day out was Sarah. From the beginning, standing by my side, as I spoke at my dad's funeral, to sleeping with me on golf trips, literally spooning. Using one of the queen beds to sleep and the other for luggage. She truly talked me through it every single day. I know Sarah is the best life partner you can have because she was my partner, not being sexual. And I am so excited for her and Brandon. I have seen them grow and mature together. They are truly the most compatible couple I've ever seen. So I want to make a toast to Sarah and Brandon. Raise your glasses. You made the distance work, knowing in the end it took teamwork. Brandon, Brando, Brandolph. Sarah is your dream girl, always working on her curl. And to the happy couple, cheers.
Table number 11, where are you? Hands up. Who's going to be the disciplinarian? Sarah, is that right? Sorry about that. Sarah can't even rebuttal on it, so you're wrong.
Okay, Mama, I have one. And this is for table number 3. Table number 3. I think you should get this one. Whom, Brandon or Sarah, upon the news of their younger sibling being born, went into a complete and utter catatonic state? Sarah is correct. It is a family trait that came down from Greg Westaway. I know you guys aren't going to believe this, but occasionally if things didn't go Greg's way, he would drop his spoon, fork, or knife and go completely catatonic. He could not hear, he could not see. He had no senses.
I actually did that tonight.
Yeah, well, that's Linda's fault.
I asked Linda for
So they were right. Brandon, are you kissing the fish? Okay. Yes, Karen?
I'll say something. Okay. Hi. Kind of spare of the moment. But I have a little funny story to share.
What are the odds?
Brandon's like, what are the odds that you do the worm? Let's go, Grekar.
Right now. 1 and 2.
Okay. So one of the first times that I got a real taste for Sarah and Brandon's quirky and loving relationship was our first family portaging trip. So we were all supposed to be to my parents to convoy the trip to Algonquin Park. So Brandon called complaining to us that the reason why that they were late was because Sarah hadn't packed until about 5 minutes before coming to me to my parents' house. So a little typical. Off-brand. A little typical. Love her. So we made it there eventually, and we set up camp, and we were relaxing and enjoying, changing into our swimming suits, and I noticed Sarah then crawling out of the tent wearing a jaw-dropping suit. Her bikini top was low plunging. It was white, lacy. It was a halter top. Very alluring. Everything about it was what all of us women would dream to look like. And then we saw her bottoms, however. They were high-waisted, they were spandex, they had a Reebok red label up from the knee to the hip. Reebok red, yes, as I said, probably. And it was honestly one of the most hilarious outfits that I had ever seen in my entire life. So, I didn't have to say anything. I was dying laughing, and Brandon was too. But Sarah, she said to me, Brandon was so angry at me for being late, and I just had to pack so quickly. And this is what I'm looking right now. And honestly, Brandon was dying laughing, just hysterical. And honestly, so Sarah always finds a way to ease Brandon's any tenseness that he might have in his day-to-day life. She's honestly there for him, making him laugh. She is his comic relief. Not that she was trying to be this particular time. She really calms him, and they don't stress about the small stuff on their day in and day out at all. So they truly embrace their time together, and I really, really admire that with you guys. So Brandon, you have now married the woman of your dreams, and I couldn't be happier for the both of you. I feel so lucky to now have a sister, and for my brother to spend the rest of his life with his very best friend. So, I love you guys so much, and congratulations.
I'll keep it short. Because, you know why I gotta keep it short? I actually have a Tinder date coming up later on tonight. I gotta sneak out of here pretty quickly. You know how it is.
2 meters away, eh, Bob?
For those who don't know me, I'm Bob Arpey. I'm the true best man in this tent. I'm sorry, James. I'm the true best man. Am I right? I'm the true best man in this tent. Little tender, okay. We'll deal with it. I'm sorry, No. I met Collier, or as some of us call him, Brandon, or B. A-B. There's B, there's T, there's T, A-T. Love you. C and T. No, but we met before we could even walk or we could even talk. But we met in the best neighborhood in the world, didn't we? Yes! Good, Norm. You know what it is? What it is, Norm. What it is. The best neighborhood. And we met, I don't know, probably 4 months old, 6 months old. I don't know if we shook hands, maybe we probably maybe exchanged awkward, fat-faced, confused baby glances. Maybe we just shat our pants. I don't know. But Collier, you're my number one. You know that. Number one buddy. It was very nice. It was very, I don't know. Stand up. It was probably very nice. You were young. You shit your pants. I didn't. He could never control his bowels that way. Still can't. No. But from then until now, I'm still trying to figure out whether Brandon Collier wants to kill me or whether he wants to seduce me. I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know. He's a very sweet, psychotic, sexy, and scary man. We're all scared of you, and we all love you. God bless your soul. Please don't kill me. We've challenged each other through the years. We've always challenged each other. That was kind of our thing. That was always our thing, right? We would string. Yeah, that's not what we're I know. Someone's got to back me up. Break here. We've always challenged each other through the years, and we've always tried to outdo each other. This is what we've always tried to do. Whether it was climbing commercial buildings, jumping off big fat cliffs, or shooting various earth rodents, or even drinking each other too sick. It has always been a fun competition. And I love you for it, buddy. I love it. Sarah?
Oh no, she's scared.
Thank you for making an honest man out of him. Swear to God, thank you so much. No, we need a little bit more of that. Thank you, Sarah, for making an honest man out of Brandon Collier. You are the best thing for him. Absolutely. Congratulations. I look forward to a life together. I swear to God, that guy is psychotic. Alright, we're moving on. Kathy and Rick, where are you? Where are you, Kathy and Rick? Can you stand up for a second? Kathy and Rick. Round of applause for these two beautiful. One more time. Come on. Look at these two. You know what? Kathy always said that I was the second son, and absolutely, you two are my second parents. I grew up in the neighborhood, and I absolutely love you more than you know. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's like a loving. No, couldn't have been born to better parents, Collier. And Sarah, you're lucky gal. But all jokes aside, Collier, you're someone who I know will always be there for me through all our lives, as I know I will be there for you. Congrats to you old friend. You found her. You truly did find her. And congrats to finding her. Because you need her more than you know, you son of a bitch. Cheers. Let's get shit-faced.
We have a swear jar, right?
That's right. Murphy has to pay about $100 right now on that swear jar. So it's my privilege to introduce Rick and Kathy. And I thought to myself, I know you probably don't even think this, but I just went over the 50 mark, and I get to play over 50 hockey against Rick Collier. Arpy, throw a quarter in the swear jar for me. He scares the shit out of me on the ice. Like, he's this guy. Is he smiling? Is he not smiling? Gary, does this guy smile? He looks like he's going to carve me in the corner. What am I supposed to do? Carsey's always helped me out. Says he's okay. He's just a big lion. Just don't wake him. As soon as you wake him, you're in trouble. So I thought, okay, am I supposed to be humorous or do I be really grateful? So I thought grateful is a lot better way of doing it, since we've already had enough jabs tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, Rick and Kathy Collier are two very influential people in our community. They volunteer for numerous groups and functions in Elgin County, as well as donate to many important causes. Kathy is a very organized person, as already stated, and Rick is the muscle man with all the tools needed to finish the job. They have been especially busy in the last months as they are preparing for not only Brandon and Sarah's wedding, but also their daughter Tara and Mike's wedding in a few weeks from now. Now, one of the things that really inspired me is when you see Kathy the last 2 months, she has this binder, this book, and it's under her arm all the time because it keeps her organized. And she is constantly directing Rick on what to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rick and Kathy Collier.
Quite the speeches here. It's hard to match these, but hi, I'm Rick, Brandon's dad.
How we do, baby?
Okay, done? Hi. I'm Kathy. I'm Brandon's mom. And I'm just going to say before we start, this has all been so incredibly amazing and wonderful and humorous, and we were told that we had to be kind.
No, don't bother. Don't bother.
James?
Don't bother.
James. We're going to be kind. Tonight we're going to be kind. We're going to be kind parents.
Okay, so all of us are here today to share in the joy of this union between two best friends, both of which value family, friends, have a wicked sense of humor, love to travel, and share their passion of teaching. Oh, sorry. Both aren't teachers. Wrong way.
That's our daughter's wedding in 3 weeks. I'm not sure whether they think we're really confident or just hate us.
Hype it up, hype it.
Amalgamate.
We would like to welcome all of you and thank you for the love and support you have given Brandon and Sarah throughout their lives. We would also like to thank Sarah's parents, Greg and Linda, for organizing and hosting this most special event at your lovely home, for welcoming us into your family, and for loving our son, and for raising such a fine woman that Brandon cherishes deeply. Sarah is truly a testament to what wonderful parents you both are. Let us now toast to Greg and Linda.
These are some ways to get cheers.
As parents, we can only hope that our actions speak to the depth of love, respect, pride, and admiration we feel for our children. Then one day, before the most important people in our lives, our family and our friends, we're asked to share those feelings in words. And that is a most daunting task. This is by far one of the most important speeches we've ever made. And we will try to do it justice. Brandon, we are so proud of the man you have become. So loving, caring, kind, and responsible. You have this way of making everyone feel special. When you were a little fellow in junior kindergarten, I would volunteer in your classroom and you'd be outside spinning. Spinning like a blender without a top. But when you spotted me, you'd have this big, huge smile. You'd run over. You'd wrap your arms around me and say, "Oh, Mommy, you're here." And you warmed my heart then, as you do now.
Oh, shit, Brandon.
And James, you come a close second, but Bob's there too. You still have this gift of making myself and others feel so loved.
There are two important things I like to think I taught Brandon. How to date and how to build a house. When Brandon was about 7 or 8, Tara, Brandon's sister, and I cooked up this scheme where Tara pretended she was a girl in Brandon's class. She called him from the office phone and said, "Hello, Brandon. This is Mallory. Would you like to come over for a sleepover?" Well, I was standing right behind Brandon. And well, he wanted to die. So Brandon choked up. Thank you, but my mom won't let me come over. So Tara and I had a big laugh and we fessed up. But Brandon, even then, I wasn't impressed by the true gentleman you are. How to build a house. The summer after Brandon's third year of university, he returned to work for our construction company. He already knew how to be a laborer. He'd done that since he was like 12 years old. So we decided to let him build a house from start to finish.
Brandon admitted to me that no one had ever given him that much responsibility, and he loved it. Brandon, you have come such a long way since that summer, and we're so very proud of you. Reliable and responsible, not just with our company, but with your family and your friends, and most importantly, with your wife, Sarah. And that's the first time I ever got to say that, and it feels really good. Yeah, it feels good. 9 years, it feels really good. We love you with all our heart, and we really like you. We cherish you as a friend, as well as our son.
By the way, Brandon, I gotta say, we didn't make much money on that house.
How joyful it is to know that your son has found and married the love of his life. And Sarah, we could not imagine Brandon having anyone else to be his wife. Who would have thought that these two little 4-year-olds that first met on the soccer field 24 years ago would today be getting married? Sarah, how lovely you are. Not just on the outside, and you are stunningly beautiful.
Woo!
But lovely on the inside. You are forever putting others first with your acts of kindness. You're patient, determined, and have a fierce work ethic. You give 110%. Qualities that will build a strong, successful marriage. And Brandon is no longer that little boy spinning like a blender without a top. He is loving, caring, and responsible. Sarah and Brandon, you are so lucky to have each other. For now, Sarah, it is you that puts that huge smile on his face. It is you he wraps his arms around with the abandonment of love. And it is with you, as his wife, he will spend the future building a happy, loving home. Sarah, you have been such an important part of our lives for the past 9 years. Determination. But today, we will officially welcome you into the family clan. Cotawimo. Cotawimo. Collier, Terry, Westaway, Morrison. Sarah and Brandon, we love you both unconditionally. We will love your children.
Yeah, get some baby.
Yeah. Unconditionally, we will be here for you forever. We cannot ask for more. For you are always being the best that you can be. If we could offer any advice,
Be true to each other, always.
share your joys and your burdens.
Love much and laugh much.
Be each other's best friends. With all our hearts, Rick and I offer you warmest wishes as you begin the latest adventure life has to offer.
I'd like everyone stand, please.
Oh, that was the one that was on Lex.
I would like to present a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Brandon and Sarah Collier. Happy is a man who finds a friend, and far happier is a man who finds that true friend is his wife.
We are so fortunate to have such a fabulous family and friends. If you have seen the troop here yesterday, today, it has been amazing with all the people that have helped us out. Thank you very, very much. Friends, family. What a wonderful day as we gather together to celebrate. I lost my speech.
Keep going, Linda.
As we celebrate this congregation, we are so happy for Sarah and Brandon.
We want to also recognize the Indiana family, the Sensational Six. Autumn Strong, Megan Craven, Zoe, thank you very much, Kelsey Sear, and Jenna. Where's Jenna? Oh, Jenna's missing now.
What about Cole?
Oh, she's getting here. We were so fortunate to get to share a wonderful time with these Sensational Six ladies and their families throughout the Ball State years. And Brandon spent a lot of time traveling with you down to Ball State.
My man.
Chug dare you.
So,
A true dog dare you.
after my comedic debut at the Steady Dough Night, there appears to be some trepidation that I might go on and on tonight.
It starts back when?
However, I can assure you that this will not happen. But you're going to have to listen to Lynn and I for a while, as this is our backyard. And a beautiful backyard it is.
It is!
I want to mention one thing, Kathy and Rick, that speech was beautiful, and we knew you guys were going to do a fantastic time. When Sarah and Brandon played soccer together at 4 years old, I just want to state one thing. Brandon scored 2 goals and Sarah scored 14. So, she was even kicking his ass back then.
We're all into that shit.
Now, I just threw that in. That I didn't have that down.
I don't even know where that came from.
So many people have helped out.
Stay on script.
So many people have helped out in putting this day together and transforming our backyard from rags to riches. Thanks to Brandon and the handsome groomsmen who did a lot of the heavy lifting, and Sarah and her beautiful bridesmaids who took care of the tables and much of the fine detail of the day. I would also like to thank our son Ben for his awesome job on the deck and almost completing it. And the multi-talented Bob Arpey, who finished it off yesterday.
We didn't need a handrail.
I'd like to thank Ben, my son Benjamin's girlfriend Lindsay, who we absolutely love. Lindsay has a creative and artistic flair, and the gardens and everything that you see here and our water gardens are due to Lindsay and Sarah and Linda getting the job done. Having said this, the main engine behind this day is my beautiful wife, Linda. Without her energy and creativity, the day would not come off with such style and elegance. From decorations, gardens, wedding dresses, to name a few, Linda has coordinated everything with precision. I don't know how I would have been any help to the cause without the finely detailed lists that I received on a daily basis.
You wouldn't!
Thank you, Linda, for all the work you have done. I love you.
So let's start with dedicated. When Sarah we're going to talk about Sarah for a second. When Sarah was in elementary school, Greg and I would try to get her to bed on time. And she'd say, I just got to do a few things. And so we'd open up her bedroom door and she'd be under the blankets with a headlight on. Flashlight. It was a snake light from IKEA that she wrapped around her head to study. I'm like, go to bed, Sarah. Well, I just have to finish this. Brandon, have you heard that before? I just have 1 more minute. Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. It'll be 20 minutes. But that is a bit of a mark and trade, right? Yeah. So, Brandon, sorry, we don't know our time. Okay, I always get off topic.
Surprising.
Yeah. Okay, I've been out there. I also want to thank Lori Annert because we started talking to Lori about her dress, and Judy started all of this out, and we've got some great Ball State friends, and never give Lori a pair of scissors. Like, she needs the golden scissors. And that's all I'm going to say. She's a designer extraordinaire.
Woo! As most of you know, our daughter Sarah was a dedicated athlete from basketball, soccer, hockey, and golf, and all her other athletic pursuits. She always practiced and played hard. An example of this was a high school hockey game we played many years ago. An opposition player had the puck and was skating up the wing towards our bench. I was the coach of that St. Joseph's hockey team. Lexi Wilson and was on that team too. As that girl, no, we're always first. As Sarah was heading up, as the girl was heading up the ice, Sarah honed in on her like a heat-seeking missile. Came over, hit her so hard that she broke her wrist. After the game, I said to her, Sarah, really, I'm like, what the hell were you doing there? She said, Dad, I was just angling her out. Just angling her out, and then I crushed her and broke her wrist. Anyways, I wish that girl a speedy recovery to this day.
Brandon, don't get on Sarah's bad side. Sarah, though, is very compassionate. When she's decided to do something, she goes all out. Sarah has a passion for yoga and mindfulness. Her journey took her to India to be trained for a month in yoga, and then she actually did a retreat in Quebec. Was it a week, Sarah? 10 days. You couldn't talk. I thought, who would go on a retreat and not talk? I know.
I have a hard time going 10 minutes without saying some sort of shit, right?
But it brought her back, and there is a strong sense of mindfulness, spiritualism that Sarah really exudes. And if you need help, Sarah's always there for you. She is very compassionate. Sarah's very giving. When she came back from Ball State, she started up her own company called Empower for Life. Her company's main focus was to empower young girls through golf, yoga, and mindfulness. Her ultimate goal was to give these young women a positive self-concept of themselves and allow them, through their positive self-esteem, to help themselves and others. She was a fine mentor for many young girls and continues to mentor many young students in her teaching position at St. Anne's. Sarah is a very dedicated student. Greg would always find her in the classes, and I think some of the St. Joe's teachers would know this. I just need a few more minutes because she wanted to try to finish the test and do her best on all of her tests. So she was a very high achiever. We told her that we were so proud of her being an academic All-American at Ball State, and her ability to combine her studies with golf schedule was truly amazing. And finally, Sarah's a great daughter. You truly are. You're a great sister, aunt. And that certainly is recognized with all the people who helped to contribute today, Sarah. We really, truly love you and admire you and all of your qualities. And And Maddie and Noah, Brandon and Sarah, you've been fabulous to them throughout their entire lives.
So I get to finish things off here, which I don't often get that chance to do this, so I'm going to relish it. As Kathy said last night at the rehearsal party, Brandon and Sarah have been together for 9 years, and a lot of people have mentioned that, which is pretty amazing. Linda and I have watched Brandon. We've watched him grow and mature from a young man to an adult. We really got to know Brandon when he would travel with us to watch Sarah play golf. He ate a lot of spicy chicken sandwiches, Brando, from Wendy's. Yeah. And and stayed in some fine quality hotels with Brandon and I. I mean, very fine, like Super 6 or whatever they're called. Super 8.
$49.
That's how shitty it was. It was Super 6.
Big cock boy.
On our first trip to watch Brandon, on our first trip with Brandon to watch Sarah play golf, Kathy stated that she would pay for an extra room for Brandon. And we said, you know, we don't have to do that. He's welcome to stay with us. I don't know if this frightened Brandon. Actually, I do know it frightened the hell out of us. But he went along with it, and he frequently saw Captain Underpants. That's me in our hotel room. And you know what? He didn't run and hide. He was cool.
That's big dog style, Greg.
It is, Bobby.
That's big dog style.
The only thing that you wish for as a parent when it comes to the selection of a life mate is that they choose someone who treats them with respect, kindness, and tenderness. It was so apparent to Lynn and I from the onset of their relationship that Brandon has an amazing love for Sarah. And it's been mentioned tonight, and we saw it right from the beginning. They're so natural together. Their love appears to be so easy for them, and they really enjoy being together. And I think they're going to have probably about 65 more years of fantastic life.
Yes, sir.
So right from the beginning, Brandon has fit right into the Westaway clan. From the competitive relationship he has with Benjamin, and apparently they have had some kick-ass jiu-jitsu fights. Benny always said to me, you know, Dad, I gotta use my quickness. I gotta get him really quick, because if he gets those big mitts on me and that lays that body on me, I'm done. But you know, it's amazing because Benny and Brandon have become really good buddies and really good friends. They're still competitive. They still like to tease the hell out of each other. But, you know, they're amazing. The other thing that we always loved about Brandon is that he, and I really like this, he loves teasing Lauren and he loves teasing Linda about everything. Mainly Linda about being the boss, which she is. And I'd like to say that publicly.
We didn't realize that.
Yeah, I will not rescind that, because that's just the truth. The other thing I liked was he liked drinking cold beers with me, with his future father-in-law. Woo! And, you know, in sincerity, and we saw this tonight, I looked over and Noah was sitting on Brandon's lap. He's been Uncle Brandon for a long time. And, you know, the love that he shows for Brandon and Maddie just reconfirmed to us what an unbelievable, great son-in-law he would be.
Yes, sir.
So in closing,
I was going to say, Brandon, when you said to me today, well, I'm part of your family, Brandon, honestly, I felt like you've been part of our family long before today. We love you.
Absolutely. So we would like everybody to stand and raise a glass and toast Brandon, and not only Brandon, but all the Collier family as they become part of our family. Cheers.
So my 2019 goals were really serious. So they started with smashing an egg on Brandon's head. So far, though, I've only managed a tomato and a couple scares jumping out of our closet. But don't worry, the year isn't over, and for those who don't know, we head to Africa on Tuesday, and there's ostriches. Do you guys know how large ostrich eggs are? Oh, yeah.
That's my wife now, so. My wife.
Over the last couple months, Brandon and I repeatedly have said, like, life is good. We know how fortunate we are to have friends and family, not only from across the country, but across the globe, to share our perfect day.
Although Sarah and I very much believe that we've been married for a while now, it has been absolutely amazing to have all the people we care about in one spot.
I'm laughing this already. Okay.
Just it'll be comedy gold.
You guys don't laugh.
All right. Come
on. Okay, an enormous thanks goes to our parents. That's not the funny part. Especially Rick, who would not shut up about the wedding. Blah, blah, blah. He was so particular with the knives and the napkins.
Rick, we get it. You wanted your napkins folded left or right to back, only Egyptian cotton. The detail with this guy. I would never thought it, Rick, but I think of your future in wedding planning as soon as I force you into retirement. Comedy gold, people.
Mom and Dad, thank you for turning your house into a 5-star resort for our wedding. If you haven't noticed how frail Greg looks, he really has been baking in the sun all summer long picking weeds. Rarely given a break. Sometimes I catch him behind the old oak, weeping.
Greg, nourish yourself tonight. On us. Pack a doggy bag for tomorrow because we know you've got a lot of cleaning up to do. Where we are right now. I mean, where's Greg? Oh,
so
Greg. Yeah. Have a glass of milk. You need some milk. Okay, the moms. Without the moms, we would have never had the wedding of their dreams. I wanted a small wedding, so I suggested 50 guests, and they said 200. So we settled on 200. And I saw no compromises, and that's what I'm going to bring into this marriage. So
in all seriousness, our families have worked extremely hard and made this wedding come to life. From tablecloths to collecting all the wine glasses that you're drinking. I really think since we're drinking the wine glasses, that deserves a big cheers. Cheers, moms!
Cheers to the moms!
Awesome. Yeah, baby girl. Chugs her water.
Mom, if you're already crying, grab a tissue. You cried it all out. Mom, you've always been there for me, through the good times and the bad. You're one of the smartest women that I know, and you've always had my back. You are an extremely thoughtful person for bringing me coffee at work to helping me plan this beautiful day. I can't thank you enough. You have truly guided me to be the man that I am today. Thank you.
Kathy, what I noticed about you right away is how caring you are. I always felt so welcome and loved. Some people would get mad when their son, girlfriend, jumps into bed with them. But honestly, it's sort of mom sitting joke with us. Your easygoing and happy demeanor makes life so fun with you. You are always down to have a glass of wine, never afraid to try something new, and I look forward to many more memories with you. We love you so much. Mom, there are many things that I love about you, but two I would like to share. You are never afraid of a challenge and always seek adventure. You have shaped who I am today, and if people ask why I'll travel to India on my own, or the 10-day silent retreat that you talked about, well, all your fault. A prime example of Mom's keen sense of adventure when we went deep-sea fishing and caught all these mackerel. Beautiful fish, by the way. Of course, we had to fry up every single fish that we caught, but this resulted in our motorhome smelling like fish for days. And then we had breakfast the next morning, Mom. Yeah, the eggs tasted like mackerel. Fish eggs. Get that in your head.
There's never a dull moment with you. From our road trips down to visiting Sarah, where you forced me to drink 40 ounces of whiskey. Wasn't my choice. To dodging 40 potatoes as you hurled them across the kitchen. You always keep me on my toes. But thank you for being so welcoming and supportive of Sarah and I, and we love you lots. I can't thank you enough. Dad, don't cry now. Grab a tissue. There are a couple things that I truly look up to you for, and one of them being is your work ethic. You are easily one of the top 30 hardest working people I know, and you even said this to me. When I was writing this, I was like, oh, I'm kind of tripping Rick, and I'm tripping myself. But I'm going to go with it. You never let me slack, even if you had to get a big coal shovel involved.
That Tara?
How can you tell? Is that a question?
Yeah, you also taught me how to be agile. If you can dodge a shovel, you can dodge a lot of life problems. Just to round that up for everybody, he threw a big coal shovel at me. Clean up that pile.
Get in the truck, Vernon!
Dad, you don't know this, but a lot of people like to tell me that we look alike. I always tell them, yeah, we look alike. I'm just a better, smarter, better looking version of you. So man, thanks for your good genetics.
Rick, thanks for putting up with me. Over the last 9 years, we've had a lot of laughs together. I enjoy all our witty banter back and forth. You are never afraid to tease me, and you're very good when I pie you in the face. When you're not expecting it with your eyes open. And honestly, I'm so sorry about that. Sorry, 1 second.
Go, Ricky.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's not.
Rick, I hope you heard what we just said.
And Jim! Too soon?
Sorry, I should keep the microphone going and say, I love you. Say that again?
Say it again, Sarah. Say it louder.
Okay, Rick, you're done with that. Okay, Dad, you are a wonderful person who has always been my #1 supporter. Whether it was driving me hockey or caddying for me in golf, we have always had wonderful moments together that I'll never forget. This is huge, so not many teenage girls would, should I say that? Would want to go to the same high school as their father, and I think this speaks volumes to our relationship. Dad, even though I would wake up late, be getting ready to school, on the way there, you'd make me breakfast, peanut butter and toast, right? Yeah. Because you knew I surely hadn't eaten. You have so much positivity to you, and you make the smallest moments the best. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Greg, I'll never forget the day when the 4 of us were late for an event. I was stressing, and you sat down calmly. You cracked a beer and said, Brandon, your life is going to be full of waiting on West Away women. You might as well sit down and not worry about it.
Yes!
Well, Greg, I've used that advice about 1,000 times now, probably definitely more than 1,000 times, and it's been a lifesaver. You're one of the best attitudes about life, and I look forward to making more memories with you. Love you lots, Greg. Thanks a lot.
When we really come down to it, we could not ask for better parents who unconditionally love us and have supported us our entire lives. We inspire to one day be as good of parents to our kids as you were to us. Thank you all from the bottom of our hearts.
As you know, my nan traveled to Newfoundland, which is a hike. So Nan, thank you so much for being part of our big day. Nan!
Don't you look at us, or don't stop looking at us with men.
No, you can look at us, Nan.
Come on, man, eye contact.
Thank you so much for being part of our big day. You are the most kind, caring, and loving person I've ever met. We always love having you down here, and hopefully, one day we can convince you to move down here.
Ontario, man. Ontario's where it's at.
Yeah, man! 20% more life.
25 more.
Grandma and Grandpa. So my grandma and Grandpa, Harold and Pat. Back there, you hear me? Wave if you hear me. Can you actually hear me? Not quite sure. So repeat this if they don't. I think all the Martins know how lucky we are to have such selfless parents. Grandparents, not parents, grandparents. You're the most kind and caring people that I know. Your house is a revolving door that never closes. You know what I meant. You welcome absolutely anyone and support them in any way you can. You have helped all of us in so many ways, and I really hope you know how much we all love you.
Grandma, without a doubt, you are the strongest person that I know. You said that you were going to work towards getting your strength back, and you continue to amaze everyone by doing just that. You're a continued inspiration, and words can't express how much we appreciate you being here today.
Love you so much. Round of applause for Grandparents. Woo! Let's get the ball rolling to our really messed up wedding party. So where do we really even begin? You are all 600 people, and this day couldn't happen without your love and support. We are so lucky to have people that we truly, absolutely love. Lauren and James, thank you so much for standing by our side. Both of you really, truly do hold a special place in both of our hearts.
Now, we don't want to get too sappy because we do have a few characters in the bunch. And when I say a few characters, I mean they're all characters. But, Bob, we know that these cedars look like Christmas trees, but you will not be tackling one of these tonight. We purposely did not put any sentimental ornaments on the Christmas trees, so no flashbacks would happen and you'd go full tilt spear onto a Christmas tree here.
And if anyone hears any high-pitched sounds, no worries, no creature in the forest. You're not going to get attacked or anything. It's just our close friend, Nicolanek. And these really, okay, slow down. These group of guys, the union guys, are closer than normal. They decided to buy every lot in union to create their own cult.
Yeah, but if you know anything that comes up for sale, let me know, because I'm not going to get down there.
Don't worry, Brandon. We have our own cult with Squirrel Tara, yeah, and Gorilla Mike. And don't even get us started on those hick Indianas. Yeah, those Hoosiers, those redneck Hoosiers. Unfortunately, they're probably the nicest people we know. I know, I don't know like that, right? Just so that you know, we were going to have a certain menu, but then it drastically changed because we didn't want our bridesmaid, Carly Sidmore, chanting beef, beef, beef. She did that at the last wedding. It was really weird.
And by the way, my only wedding wish is to see Cole Volkart, which hopefully everybody will see tonight, do his limbo dance on the dance floor. It's so special, it's out of the garage. But good thing is fiance Claire is a nurse, so she can mend his spine because it defies human physiology.
And Jenna, don't be a bad influence on Brandon. Last time you did, I literally found him crying behind the building.
True story. And maybe reevaluate drinking. And no, don't be a bad influence on Sarah. The last time you did, she was swimming in cereal, just Rice Krispies all through the house.
Yeah, true story. Ben?
Ben!
Ben! Oh, you're here! Glad you made it to our wedding.
He actually missed the walk down with Jenna, but...
Yeah, but we were worried you wouldn't show up. Glad you did.
Oh yeah, we really could go on it and the stories about these special people, but we will let you all witness it tonight. You'll see for yourselves.
Yeah, we don't need to say too much more. But to our masters of ceremonies, we can all agree that we really need to raise a toast to our MCs. They have been better than expected. Mama, thanks for keeping Uncle Manbush, if you want to hear that story, talk to you later, under control. So raise your glass. Woo!
You guys can all stand up. I want to say thank you. And Larry, thank you for keeping your knick-knack remarks to a minimum and not making me wear a headdress as I stand up here tonight. My man would not be impressed. You two are very important people in our lives, and we're so thankful that you took this role on tonight.
Woo! Cheers, everyone! Thank you! And before we get this party started, we really want to reiterate what our MC said. There are so many special people that made this day possible. We really want to thank all of you for making our day so special, especially my Aunt Karen, who is my godmother.
Now, if you all think we're, round of applause, absolutely. Now, if you think you're all busy, rethink your schedule because Karen Vecchio is one busy lady.
Aunt Karen, you really, truly have made our day so special, and we wouldn't want anyone else to do it. Like, this has been such a family, friend, close event, and we love you so, so much. So thank you for making our ceremony absolutely perfect.
We're just about to wrap this up, but No. Yeah, we're just about to wrap this up, and I just want to say about Aunt Karen. Vote Karen Vecchio in the next election. We've absolutely earned 2 helpers in helping you do that.
2 helpers all the way. We love you so much.
And before we go, I just want to give one quick thank you to my bride, Sarah. I can't thank you enough for saying yes when I asked you to marry me. I hope this day's been everything you could imagine. I know you have your friends and family here, and these are all the people that you'd want to celebrate with you. And let's continue these good vibes throughout the night. Cheers, everybody. Love you all.
We have a pair of glasses.
We believe they're Mr. Magoo's. Mr. Magoo's glasses.
Oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness.
Oh, yeah.
And you fill my head with you.
That's YouTube right there.
Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down?
We want tongue, we want tongue.
Oh, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. Can I be close to you? Ooh. close to you? Can I be close to you? The days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, every chance you get, oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take, but more than anything, yeah, more than anything. That is life, because all that you wanted to your dreams stay big, your worries stay small, you never need to carry more than you can hold. While you're not becomes all that you wanted to your dreams stay big, your worries stay small, you never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there giving where you're giving to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants to say things to you. Yeah, this is
Oh, there you go, Dad. Come on down for a dance, Mom.
I needed the shelter of someone's arms, and there you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were. With sweet love and oh, how sweet it is to be loved. Yes, it is. Close my eyes at night and wonder what would I be without you in my life. Everything was just a bore. All the things I did since I've done them before. But you brighten up, oh my baby, with a love so sweet and so many ways I won't stop. And thank you, baby, I wanna stop. And thank you, baby, how sweet it is to be loved. You are better to me than I've been to myself. For me, there's you, nobody else. Stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved.
Oh, there you go, Mom. All right, folks, if you want to grab your husband, maybe grab your wife, bring her on the dance floor for a nice song. The dance floor is officially open.
Showed it to the sky, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. You guys are next. For I can't help falling in love with you. Take my whole Cause I really don't mind. Make it better like that, making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby.
No worries, just follow after me. Gonna do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin a wheel. Do the pull down and get it. Twist and slide. This next part's my favorite part of this time to shine. Gonna do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin a wheel. Do the pull down and get it. Twist.